All right, JD Niger, I don't know why I'm getting all upset. I love doing these messages. I don't know why. I guess when I realized that it's just like the men of old. Very lonely to be in these chains of darkness, working for the Spirit of God in a fallen 3D junkyard. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, His only begotten Son, Yahshua, and the Ruach, the Holy Spirit, gives us His power, wisdom, knowledge, and ability to push out these biblical truths. Heavenly Father, thank you for continuing to strengthen me in your word and give me the power, wisdom, and ability to continue to teach the few, the proud, the ones that want to get down to the truth without coming in soft and being a doughboy, coming in fully armed, waving a banner of truth, spirit, and righteousness that will be a memorial to all generations forever and ever. Amen. There we go. Okay. So the point I was trying to make with that Tobijah thing is that this is Tobijah and the other one was Tobiah. So I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and find out who Tobiah is in relation to Tobijah. Tobijah is availment. So Tobijah would be, if my theory is true that these four crowns, Heldai, Tobijah, Jediah, and Josiah, these are sons of Solomon, and Tobijah would be Adonijah, and Adonijah is the exalted of the Lord. The Lord is my the Lord is my refuge, or something like that. Adonijah, I forget, but it's exalted. And so Adonijah means the Lord's servant, or the Lord is my power, or something like that. It's like Yahweh is my God. It's like a double positive. It's like my power is my power. Adonijah. But I'll get back to you on that. I've been so busy trying to figure out where GMS is fucking up, because it's obvious. I can hear it in the things they say, and they say these wicked stuff. So they've really distracted me from the power of who I am. And I'm going to have to, I'm going through a little transition right now so that I can shine as the light I am, and not keep getting dinged by these personages. So then I'll read that again. We're in Zechariah. We've been going into the chariots, the ephah, measuring line basket with the lead top that is going to be Babylon somewhere else, away from the temple. They're gonna be in a whole different setup than us. I just read it. The angel was talking to Zechariah and said, that's wickedness. And so when you think of these people that are going to get measured out, and what's interesting is it's just a little basket with one lead coin on top. So it's like their whole idea here about taking the bag, about having all these viewers and subscribers and the power to push their bullshit message on people, that's going to be capped off by one fucking coin. And it's going to be like a joke onto them. It's like, you wanted coins so bad, you're going to be in a place that's so small that one lead coin, not silver, not gold, not bronze, not any kind of, just lead, just heaviness. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. She's in the midst of this basket. It's the same one in Revelation. It's the same woman that rides the beast. It's this system. It's this Babylonian system. And if you think money, fame, power is great, and you're seeking that, and you're trying to impress people, I think that's the hardest thing for me right now, is to realize I don't give a fuck about this place anymore. I used to take care of my stuff. I used to run down money like a maniac to take care of myself, my family. I am one dull boy. I don't want to have relationships with people. I don't want to impress anyone. All I want is people to hear the word. That's all I care about. It's like, I mean, I've always been this way to a point, but now it's like I am really under control of the Holy Spirit. I have nowhere to go. Let me see what I got. The last thing I need right now is for this phone to go off and to actually get rolling here and have to start over. So, and the crown shall be to Helam and to Tobijah and to Jedaiah and to Hen the son of Zephaniah for a memorial in the temple of the Lord. So what's this memorial? That's going to be just like this other memorial over here. It's going to be part of the temple, but inside the temple it's going to be, look at how the Lord integrated people back into the temple that were just not all there. But they weren't bad. They just weren't all there. They're the heathen. They're the pagans. They're the Christians that sit in church and sing praises and listen to messages and understand about 1/4 of what's being said. And their spirit only takes in 1/30 of what's being said. And so it's not that they're not at full capacity. That is full capacity for them. That's what people don't understand. There's people that have more capacity than others. And that's where it's so hard for somebody who does have the oil and the wine. And that's what I was talking about back here when he was saying they sat down and they had the wine. And I was going to get into that because it was really interesting. After it started talking about Asaph, it started talking about it's really good. I should have probably just stayed there, but this is a point that has to be made. Maybe I'll go back after I finish this, and that'll be the last lesson for today. The weather's fucked up. There's no waves. I'll take my walk in a little while. Yeah. So, and they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of the Lord. So where I was going with that Tobiah thing is, this Tobiah back here was standing with this Ammonite guy, Horror or whatever his name was, and they were laughing at the Israelites going, are you guys crazy? And somehow I was thinking that it was the Spirit was going to show me that, and it's true. I'm just saying, I that threw me off when I noticed the names were different. I'm like, okay, this doesn't fit right. So I had to abandon that for a minute. But it's the same idea, is that this guy Tobiah back there in Nehemiah that was with this Ammonite king, and they were laughing at the Israelites. They were actually interested enough, even if they were interested in a misguided way. They were interested in enough that they were looking at Nehemiah. They were looking at Ezra. They were looking at Asaph. They were wondering why Artaxerxes gave them this money. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where people are like, they don't understand. It's your perspective. It's your intent. It's your investigation. And that's where it upsets me that no one's like going, I'm not sure what he's building here, but I'm interested. That's key. Because it says, and they that are far off shall come. This is Zechariah 6:15. And they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of the Lord, and shall know that the Lord of hosts has sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass if you will diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God. And then it goes into I'll do this and finish up, and then we'll go back. I'll do a little study, and then I'll go back and we'll talk about how these priests, these Levites, these men with the oil and the wine and the spirit and the servanthood, it's starting to really settle in with me, and I hope anyone who's listening can start to understand how important this priestly line was. They served the truth no matter what, and they had this certain extra ability, and that's why they were set apart. It's like, it's hard to explain to people that are just like, oh, I thought you just said everyone gets to come sit in the house of the Lord. Yeah, because of the priests and the Levites and the servants and the porters and the singers and these people that continually pray before the Lord, and they're perennially and perpetually prayed for by the Lord. That's where the power is. So let me go into this real quick. Fasting for God, Zechariah 7. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius that the word of the Lord, this is like Artaxerxes regenerated, Darius probably. I mean, don't quote me on it, but there's a reason why this follows. And that's the part I'm going to show you right now. That the word of the Lord came into Zechariah in the 4th day of the 9th month, even in Chislu, when they had sent unto the house of God Sherezer and Regemelech and their men to pray before the Lord, and to speak unto the priests which were in the house of the Lord of hosts, and the prophets, saying, should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself, as I have done these so many years? Like I was saying. Then came the word of the Lord host unto me, saying, speak unto all the people of the land, and to the priests, saying, when you fasted and mourned in the 5th and 7th month, even those 70 years of captivity, right? Did you at all fast unto me, even to me? And when ye did eat, and even when you drink, did you not eat for yourselves and drink for yourselves? Should you not hear the words which the Lord has cried by the former prophets when Jerusalem was inhabited and in prosperity, and the cities thereof round about her, when men inhabited the south and the plain? What's that saying? Haven't you thought about yourselves enough already? Haven't you walked in your own ways long enough? Haven't you listened to the words of Babylon, kings of Babylon, tell you where to go and what to do? Aren't you tired of it? And then it goes into be good to people. And I think I've gone into this before. This is GMS. Yet they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord had sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. Therefore it came to pass that as he cried and they would not hear, so they cried and I would not hear, said the Lord of hosts. Can't wait to hear these personages in GMS crying for the Lord and him laughing. I just have to be patient, keep waiting. But I scattered them with a whirlwind among the nations whom they knew not. Thus the land was desolate after them, and no man passed through nor returned, for they laid the pleasant land desolate. And that's what GMS is doing. And a lot of these pastors, I would say the Christian pastors have it more correct than these Hebrew Israelites. These Hebrew Israelites are bathed in wickedness. And what makes it so hard is that a lot of people aren't going to like this. How did it get to 17? That's weird. Everything's going wacky today. What's the date? This is some weird stuff. May 18th, 2022, 518. 5666 6. 5 and 1 is 6. 18 is 666. And 222 is 6. Makes sense now. What was I saying? Oh, people aren't going to like this. So the spirits know that some of these personages in GMS and Sakari and these places, in general, these people are cursed. And they're cursed in a way that they're not going to be woken up. They're the Sadducees and Pharisees of old. And so when it says right here, why aren't you hearing the prophets of old? Isn't it time to wake up? Haven't you been tortured enough? You ate your food and you drank and you were just glad that you weren't the one getting hung, and you had your food and you got to pick your cotton, and some of you got to be rappers, some of you got to be football stars. Aren't you? You're just so happy with that, aren't you? You're good with that. And if you're not that, you're ganging up with a bunch of other wicked people and pushing out false doctrine, Sakari or GMS, or ISUPK, these different wicked groupings, these Sadducees, Pharisees, scribes. And so when you see this white, I got to be careful because this is where it's, what I'm saying here is this is where it's all going. There's the heathen are raging because these wicked personages are doing, like I said, they're not letting people come in or go out. They're not letting people get grafted in. They're not saying, damn, we hate that white boy, J.D. Nija, but I'm starting to have a feeling he might be right. Maybe we are the wicked, but it's not going to happen. And what we're going to see is more and more of this hatred towards these personages because of that. Instead of going to Tops and shooting a bunch of innocent people, dude, why didn't you head for where you can make an impact? I don't promote violence of any kind, but see, they're close. Some of these people are close to getting it, but their rage is not. They're raging against that wickedness. They're raging against it. It's like they don't even know exactly what they're doing, but that's the spirit that's in the earth. It's like a lot of people are upset with the Sadducees and Pharisees. They're the ones. The Lord made it that way. They're the ones that said, put him on the cross. Just to break it down, I'm just breaking it down. This is the type of stuff that gets views. This is the type of stuff that people, whoa, did you hear what he said? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm breaking it down. I'm getting down to the point of it. Might as well just stay here for a minute. Wickedness is removed from the land. I already read that. Anyhow, a truthful nation. Man, Zechariah, I just really, the Lord really drags me back to this same spot a lot. So that's that. What we're seeing, what we're going to continue to see is an anger and a hatred towards these personages because they're standing in the way of everything good. And they're heaping onto themselves other wicked personages. And we see that that's where they're going because there's not a mixed multitude. They say that. They say it with their words, but they don't bring it to fruition, because if they did, they would be debating me on the Bible and not just ignoring me like I don't exist. They don't want people to hear the truth that they could be the wicked of the wicked. And them saying that there's no one's going to make it except them, that's what got Yahushua put on the cross. Them being the wicked of the wicked and not letting people come into the beauty of this plain, the South. That's why it said that. That's why it says that. The men of the South and the men of the plain were together, and they were strong because everyone knew we were on a flat plain. We were in a dome. We knew the South was that way and North was that way. We were on the plain of the South, and we knew what was up and what was down. We knew what was right and what was left. That was when Solomon reigned. Solomon. He was solemn. He knew that the God was in control. And it was all vanity. Because as long as we're here in this fallen place, fallen angels. We're all fallen angels, you people. All right, I'm going to look into Tobiah and Tobijah. I'll be back. Blessings, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father, the only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit, Yahweh, Yahshua, and the Ruach, the Rekah HaKodesh, and the Paleo-Hebrew, the Holy Spirit. I'll be back with another lesson. It's only 9:30, so that's that. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this Tobiah thing. All right. Shalom.